The final battle is ready to get underway. As our heroes and villains prepare their side, the kids of Class 1A have entered into a new housing arrangement. That way, they won't put innocent civilians in danger. But is this all part of the plan, or used as a ploy to lure out All for One? Let's find out. Okay, we have All for One thinking, lies do not work on me. When a person possesses even the slightest malicious intent towards me, I know. What was the name of that quirk again? It came to me in that early period, during the advent of the exceptional. I combined it with other quirks to boost its efficiency, so the specifics are all a bit fuzzy. Like a danger sense? I think its original owner was a dull disappointment of a man, though his descendant did much better with it. Though through some twist of fate, they wound up working with All Might to threaten me. But this time, that very quirk will bring about my victory. What quirk is he talking about? There's no greater joy than when sown seeds at last bear fruit. I wonder what he's talking about. He's looking at a phone. Is he, monitoring people trying to get close to where he's at? Because we have some text here. That's right. Nothing new found on our end. I'm hankering for a fine drink. Perhaps a 40-year Macallan. How about one aged 16 years? Our son could deliver it to you. Sounds perfect. Ooh. Oh, okay. So it's Aoyama's parents. Okay, that's right. Nothing new on our end. And I guess All for One saying, I'm hankering for a fine drink. And then he says, sounds perfect. And then he says, could I please have your son's contact info? Just to leave nothing to chance. Aoyama's parents say, well, his mom says, of course, uncle. A necessity in these modern times. Oh, it's all under the guise of who they're contacting is their uncle. And he says, all true. And so it's basically trying to say that he knows that the jig is up when it comes to the Aoyamas. He thinks to himself, no lies, no ill will. She's clean. Really, he's not detecting anything from her? Odd. How are they masking it? I can let them go about their business, and even if they're interrogated later, they'll pose no threat to me. We've engaged in this ridiculous coded conversation to foil anyone who may be listening in. But that ends after today. And Aoyama's mom says, tomorrow then? And All for One says, yes indeed. Lights in a specific area, and then a whole bunch of lights over where the UA dorms are now. I'm kind of confused by what I'm seeing here. It's like the detecting ability? Okay, My Hero Academia number 343. Let you down. Is Deku contacted by Aoyama? Or is this part of the plan? Aoyama says, thank you for coming. Deku says, why are you out here, Aoyama? Weren't you being detained? Aoyama says, my parents' lawyers got me a release. Deku says, I gotta tell everyone we can rejoin the search effort, and Aoyama says, wait, I'd like to speak to you. It's almost funny that courts and the legal system still exist despite Japan being in ruin. With society as it is now, would the old ways of living really get you anywhere? Deku says, what do you mean, Aoyama? Aoyama says, let me tell you All for One's real goal. With the state Japan's in, do you know what's become of the rest of the world? The sudden crash in the value of the yen forced Japanese corporations into bankruptcy. That plus the coordinated uprising of villains caused the damage to spread worldwide. Gee. Now the world faces a crisis much like the Great Depression or the period around the advent of quirk. Record unemployment, loss of faith in currencies, an era of total chaos. So the world within the past 2 years, basically. Oof. Topical. Deku says, what are you talking about, Aoyama? Aoyama says, lacking the strength to implement long-term policies, Japan's society devolves into one scrambling for short-term safety, while the nations who have abandoned Japan prioritize their own stability. I mean, I can understand that. Sucks, but I can understand it. In such a world, imagine a country lacking portable water. Imagine if a quirk capable of producing that water were to suddenly appear, or electricity, or gas, or strength. As the world is plunged into this state of chaotic decline, we suddenly have an arena ripe for a certain marketable individual to take the initiative. He would become the world's arbiter, its very own demon. Oh, it's political. It makes sense, though. The real demons are all in the political world. So, basically, by starving the world in certain areas of the resources, with All for One having so much control of so many things, as well as so many quirks, as well as quirk wielders, he would be able to dictate who gets what, and they would be in service and indebted to him. Fascinating. Interesting that they're going with a political route with all of this, but, I mean, hey, politics are both simple and complicated. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Okay, let me read this. Ayama says he only had to rock the balance somewhere. It didn't matter how. Deku says, I don't think so. The world would never go along with that. Besides, the world still has us. Ayama says true, which is why it all has to end here. I'm sorry. Alas, I had to protect Mama and Papa. And then All for One appears right behind him. No, there's no way it's that simple. This is happening all too fast. Deku says All for One. All for One says splendidly done, Yuga Aoyama. How terrifying it must have been to turn on your friend like this. How heart-rending to portray someone who put his faith in you, but you overcame that fear and pain. No, this is the trap to lure out All for One. I'm surprised he came himself, though. But he must know. All for One must know this is a trap. And that speech about my ultimate goal? Wonderful. Wrong in some of the details, but that's fine. Did your parents explain it all to you? Ayama says, yes. They said you promised us a blessed existence in your new world. Deku says, I believed in you, damn it. Ayama says, my pain cannot be measured by that singular word, uncle. And Aoyama jumps back and fires his laser right at All for One. Nice. Okay, there it is. Of course, All for One managed to block it. Ungrateful little. And through the smoke, Deku says, that was such a believable performance, Aoyama. Aoyama says, I had no choice, otherwise we could not have lured him here. And I must say, your acting was tour de force as well. Deku says, I couldn't help it once your tears started flowing. Aoyama says, the tears are real. I truly am scared. In fact, I think I might have wet myself. Oh, God. And Deku says, you did great, Aoyama. Yeah, Aoyama shaking like a leaf. Can't blame him for that. Aoyama says, this is for Maman and Papa. For all of my friends and for myself, I shall fight All for One. All for One says, disappointing. But then he thinks, how is this possible? How is it possible, I'm wondering? If All for One is able to sense people's intentions. He's thinking back to Aoyama calling up and saying, I can lure Midoriya out at any point. And All for One thinks, I detected no lies, no ill will. Neither when speaking to his parents, nor to him just prior to this. So how? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Oh, Jesus. Holy crap. Okay, All for One takes off his coat. He's got a vest underneath. And he thinks to himself, well, it matters not. And then he says out loud, trap or not, one for all is here within reach. The search quirk tells the user the location and weaknesses of those they see. And the heroes Tomura saw in the previous conflict are deployed and dispersed across the country. They will not make it in time to assess you. That's what we were seeing before. I thought so. I'm like, it looks like how the search quirk works, because you could see off in the distance the UA building, the makeshift dorms that all the students are at. You can see that all of them are over there, and you can see two bright lights that were Deku and Aoyama. So I guess it was All for One sussing out that, yeah, they were alone. But there must be more to the plan, though. And as he uses his ability and all these villains just come out of the black ink, the most notable ones I can see is, like, you can see Shigaraki, Dabi, Himiki Toga, some of the Nomu. I don't really recognize any of the others. All for One says, they didn't happen to notice that my people were drawing near, and now I'm afraid they're entirely too late. Oh, they used Kurogiri's ability. How? Oh, I get it. It was Monoma. Monoma copied Kurogiri's abilities. And so with everyone just all over the place, he just used his abilities to get everyone to this singular location. That's pretty badass. And Aoyama says, Maman and Papa told me something else. They told me that it is you. Wait, they told me what it is you fear most, All for One. And of course, All for One is noticing the portal behind them. Kurogiri, how did they activate him? On the other hand, this may save us some time. And then Monoma shows up and he says, I guess it's Aoyama still talking. You fear the world learning that Japan isn't finished yet. You fear the light and the hope that will come with recovery. And you fear Japan inspiring the world to unite once more. So today is the day. And this is the place where you fall. Shit, damn, Aoyama. That was one hell of a speech. And of course, you got Endeavor, you got Hado, Fat Gum, Sun Eater, Gang Orca, Mirako, who is outfitted with like a bionic arm and I think a bionic leg too. The Wash Hero, Edge Shot, and also the Dog Dude. Okay, a couple of others I don't fully recognize, but yeah, everyone is here. That day has come. Plays in the background in this moment. It's just like, fight, 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 fight. But I'm wondering where the rest of Class 1A is. Are they backing everyone up in some capacity or what? I won't lie though, this is such a great moment with all of them just coming through the portals. It's pretty badass. It's pretty cool. Oh, so we're just going right into it, huh? But yeah, Horikoshi seems like he's ready to wrap this up. Just keep the momentum going right up until the end. Let's see how it goes. This was a pretty good plan. This was pretty good, but I'm still wondering, how did they mask their intentions from All for One? Like, what did it? What managed to isolate All for One's ability to sense people's intention? That's the thing I'm really wondering. And this was a dangerous plan, but it was brilliant all at the same time. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you think they managed to pull this off? How were they able to mask their intention? This is really a pretty big way of getting around All for One's ability. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe for more. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you in the next video. I'll never let you down when it comes to that. Till next time, bye-bye.